Fish food. One thing, or morely fish flakes. One thing about the fish flakes is there is a difference, not so much just in brand, but in the actual content itself. And depending on the type of fish, you would want to get that specific food for that fish. So if you ever have gone to a store or looked online and you seen what said like goldfish flakes as an example, and then you see tropical fish flakes and so on. The big difference between them both would be the protein content. If you ever notice, tropical fish are pretty active, especially fish such as mollies, um, that require higher protein in their diet, whereas goldfish aren't as active, or carp. Well, I mean, goldfish are the carp part of the carp family, so goldfish in general aren't as active as they are as the tropical fish, so they don't require as much protein. So let's say you took tropical fish flakes and you fed it to goldfish. Of course, they're going to eat it, but a problem that you might run into is the fact that they would end up gaining weight quicker than what they were burning it off. Vice versa goes along with having um, goldfish flakes put with tropical fish. Yes, they'll also eat it, especially mollies, but you may see a decrease in the weight due to the fact that they aren't getting the protein for their active life, and it's depleting their nutritional diet. So go with the flakes that are recommended for the fish. Now, I do put my tropical fish on a diet, I guess you can say. Especially, I breed some of my fish, so I throw in extra food to make sure it reaches the bottom for my fry fish. But with me doing that, I had an explosion in fish itself, so I actually started feeding them goldfish flakes for quite a while to reduce the weight of the fish that are in there, because some of them were getting a little too big from all the food or the high protein content. But I was able to feed my fry fish that are down below, even though fry fish, you want to feed high protein content, but I do mix it up a little bit. So I went back to my higher protein content over the weekend. Another thing with the flakes is you do have the ones that where they claim for the higher color and stuff. Yes, it does work if used properly. Um, I don't know exactly how it works. I never really looked into it. So yeah, there's so many different kind of flakes out there that you can get. You can get the ones for the high color. You can get ones that create less pollution in the water. A big thing with any of the flakes though, after feeding time, you're going to want to make sure you remove any excess food. It will cause waste, period, in the water. It would cause your ammonia to spike, and you don't want that due to the fact that, well, ammonia and you having your nitrites, and your nitrates spiking up would cause an imbalance in your fish's water perimeters and potentially cause some of the fish to die. But bulky, or buying fish food in bulk, even if you just have a couple of fish, I would recommend, even if it expired, I still use mine, let's say like a year after the expiration date. I mean, it's like with food, you have an expiration date, but it's more of a best buy or sell by date, not so much when it actually expires. So if you have food lying around and if it has not been opened, then I would use it. But if you do have fish food that's been opened and you've been out of the hobby for a while and you're getting back into it, throw it away and buy new food. Brands, I don't want to say there really is a difference between brands, but then again, I have looked at the protein content and seen that the name brand fish food does have a little bit more protein in it and a few more of the good things that fish need inside of it, which I do go with name brand food for that reason. Now, if I am on a budget, you can definitely go with the off-brand fish food as well. I mean, it works just fine, but having an extra protein content, especially with a lot of fish, is really a great idea.